Hey, good morning. It's Eddie Bush with Craftsmanship Counts. Welcome to the channel. And this morning we're going to spend another little bit of time working on this shopping cart, shopping cart kata in Java. And yeah, so this is part three of the series. Let's see what sort of damage we can do. All right, let's see here. So, uh, whoop, there we go. So, just a reminder, we're eventually trying to target something like this for rules, and we'd like for them to be separate from the checkout. And this is the set of tests that Dave Thomas wrote, and we'll probably wind up with something similar. Yeah, that's what we've got. We're kind of doing this a little bit now, but we haven't gotten here. And so let's see. Um, Last time I was complaining about uh, duplication. Do something here. Last time I was complaining about duplication, and you see here's the cost of the apple and the cost of, or I'm sorry, the A. I think of A as apple, but the cost of A, cost of B, and then the cost of A plus B, right? So, and then there's the A, the B, and the A and the B, and then not only is it duplicated there, but it's duplicated down here also. So I think we have at least gotten this out of the checkout. That's good. And we don't even know how to create it. That's good. I don't know if I'm going to create an interface. I thought I was heading toward an interface. And then this morning I was thinking, well, oh, look at that. When we pulled that out, we left behind dead code. Shouldn't need that. Let's run the test, make sure. Yep. Okay. Good. 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 No unused imports. Um, I was thinking, oh well, I want a test double, I want a stub. It's like, oh, well, you don't, because really you're developing processing rules, and that's the big piece of logic here. So this is, in some ways, you might look at this and say, oh, well, that's no longer a unit test, is it? Because um, I've got two classes involved in this now. And so you can look at it and say, oh, well, it's not a unit test. But um, the thing is that unit is really meant to describe a behavior. And so it's this behavior that we're testing. And to get there, we need both of these guys. So it is a unit test. Congratulations. But I don't like this duplication. Part of me, I think, um, part of me wants to put a lookup on here, right? And so maybe we could do. I'm just going to kind of sketch a little bit, uh, so I don't have to put a test because I'm going to turn around and delete this code. I'm just kind of throwing it out there to see. I think part of me would like to see something like, or and let's see, to get there, well, something like that. And then the notion would be that so it'd still have the skews duplicated, but um, think I think I'm going to do that. Let's just see where it goes. But let's do it like this. Let's start out over here, and we'll say yeah, I think I like that. And then I'm turning these into constants. So you should see these. They're accumulating at the top. And then I can do I think that'll still work. It still works. Okay. Now, another way I could do this is I could say uh, I'm trying to avoid exposing that, but I think actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to back up here. Um, I'm in the same package. So what I could do is, yeah, go ahead and do that. That's fine. Whoa. Let's back up. Okay. Okay, so let's see. We're still passing. So I've got data over here. Let's make it package. And then I can say, um, pricing rules dot pricing dot it pricing rules dot pricing dot get b and uh, I'm going to inline this. I think my tests are still passing. Yep. Okay. Inline this. And I think my tests still pass. All right. Inline this. My tests still pass. Okay. Let's come down here and see. Okay. Now, um, yes. Um, price of. I don't want to change it. Oh, I do want to change. Actually, you got it right. You got to really watch this. Sometimes it will change your extraction in a way that you don't want it to, but this one's actually doing the right thing. And then we can see, oh yes, please, let's replace that. And um, uh, this is the one that's adding it together. Please replace that. Okay. Okay. Yes. 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 That's getting a little bit long. I don't like the way this is. Assert that total is equal to. Let's kick that down. Um, now I don't have to scroll. Don't make yourself scroll. You're wasting time and energy. It breaks your focus. You lose track of where you're at. Don't. That's actually a code smell called long line, right? It's a long line. If it's forcing you to scroll, it's a long line. Frankly, if it takes you more than a moment to process it and understand it correctly, it's a long line. You need to do something to simplify it. All right. Um, oh, you know what? This is interesting because this should have been price of A also. And this is actually just SKU. I don't want to rename. I want to run the test, dude. Come on, run the test. Run the test. Yes. Okay. And it looks like, let's see, I don't need that cast anymore. And, if what I'd really like to do is move this over to SKU pricing. And what is that? Is that F4 perhaps? No, it's F6. And okay, it doesn't know what I want to do. But what I can do is I can introduce um, rules. If pricing rules were created at a higher level, pricing rules are created at a higher level, but then they're also injected. But that's not significant. I mean, I could still. I'm still running green, right? Okay, I'm still running green. So let's pull these out. Sure. And then what I can do is now, um, this is a little bit of a faux pas, but oh, my bad. I'm not ready for that yet. I need to move this. Um, make that a field. I do want to initialize it in setup. Good. Now, make sure it still runs. Make sure it still runs. Okay. Now, I'm going to make this a parameter. And I didn't do it the way that I wanted it to, but I don't care because the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to move it. And I want to move it to pricing rules. And now, what are we doing here, kid? What are we doing here? It doesn't look like that should run. Hmm. Hmm. It's working because of the fact that I'm in the same compilation unit and it feels like this is part of that. So I'm getting by with a really special case here. Otherwise, I shouldn't even be able to see that. Okay, so um, okay, that's better. Actually, this should be also public. What are we doing here? Been going about 20 minutes. Where things are going over here? Anybody hanging out with us? Watch now with 3 viewers. Hey, everybody. Anything in chat? Nothing in chat. Um, yeah, I mean, if there's anything on you guys' mind, uh, you all's mind, you peoples, you humans out there, I assume you're humans watching this. Maybe, maybe it's Chat GPT 5 and they're training it. Maybe not. All right. Let's see here. Yeah, okay. That didn't actually wind up exactly like I thought it was going to, but that's okay. What I really want to do, because this is long, is I'm going to do a double dispatch. Um, and I'm going to do that by putting a function out here and just say price of. Do you want to replace this occurrence? Yeah, dude. Get price of. No, I didn't. I don't want the get on there. Java, thank you. I just wanted to say price of. And then I want to pull this out as a parameter. And that's the skew. Oh, and now it's figuring out like, oh, hey, we can put this more places now. It's one of the things I really like about the IntelliJ IDEs. And yeah, so the reason I did this is to make things read better. And I hope you can see. I hope you look at that and you're like, dude, that reads better. Like, whoa. Little things like that, assert that the total is equal to the price of A. It just doesn't get much clearer than that, right? You know what would be great is if this static import, and then it would read even better. It may seem weird to you, but I actually like having a little space there. I like to see visually the arrange is in the setup, right? We're talking about test structure. We took the arrange and we kicked it out into setup. And, well, part of it, because we're actually calling some system stuff in as part of arrange too, right? To set up a situation. Yeah. And actually, this is our act right here. I'm gonna leave it like that though. I like reading it like that. It's equal to the price of A plus the price of B. I really like that. So I've been playing with some guys from Industrial Logic recently. I signed up. I'm always trying to do something that expands the way that I look at things, because I believe that makes me better positioned to help other people see things different. And so I'm going through this technical excellence workshop that they're putting on. And Tim Ottinger, if you don't know him, he contributed to Clean Code, and he's actually just a great human. Is kind of running. We've also got Paige Watson and Drew. Drew, I don't know your last name, buddy. I can't remember your last name. I'm sorry. I feel bad about that. He's a great guy too. A lot of great people in there, but those are kind of the industrial logic folks. And but and great acknowledgement to those guys for making it a wonderful experience. But part of it is this e-learning that they have, which actually was recorded by Josh Kirievsky. And one of them, I can't remember if it's micro testing or test-driven development. Josh actually uses this trick right here. And it was interesting when I was going through, I looked at it and I said, wow, you know what? I used to do stuff like that. And I seriously straight up did. Why did I stop? And so it was, this is one way that it was helpful to me to go through that. A lot of it is soft skills stuff that actually is not new to me, but it's really helping me reinforce and grow that stuff. It turns out that technical excellence is about more than code. Who knew? Okay. Well, this is looking, I'm not sure what more I would refactor here right now in that regard, but I still have this duplication and I think, so we're not our imports. Um, I'd like to get rid of that. And the way I want to get rid of that is, that's the question mark. We're at about 25 minutes. Let's see what we can do in 5 minutes. I don't want to do that. I'm conflicted because obviously there's a straightforward way to do that. I could just add them, right? I could just have an add method that let me add them. Um, or I could do a builder, but I'm missing here um, representation of um, what the next ones are going to look like. Part of me says I shouldn't care right now. Like, so what? Deal with it, right? So I think okay. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's. Does anything rely on that being static? I know I started off in that direction. I don't want to refactor it. I want to find references. Actually, I think I can just command click. Okay, map to int and sqpricing.get. This is instance based. This is instance based. So I think I can take the static off of this guy. Okay. And we're probably going to wind up with different types of. I did a many moons ago. I did a something that was not dissimilar from this, and it was about discounts, and you would throw stuff over. You'd take the cart and throw it over at the discount service. First microservice I ever wrote, right before they started calling them microservices. Only this one really was independently deployable. It had like its whole domain. It was totally independent, database tables and everything. A real microservice, unlike the distributed monoliths that we build today and call microservices. Uh, anyway, first one I ever did. And I think this is probably going to shape up a little bit like that. Only they're not discounts. It's what kind of is discounts, but it's different too. And what I did there was um, we would look and see what the most advantageous discounts were by just kind of calculating them and saying, hey, you know, some of them could combine, some of them couldn't. We don't have that complication here. Um, but and so really this is almost um, like a simple pricing rules and And then I could see like combination pricing rules. Um, we probably, even if we are doing a special where we do like 3A's for a buck, right, or $1.20 or something, um, we still need the single, right? And the other thing is going to come and go. And I mean, gosh, you could sell a lot of A's and a lot of B's without the ability to do combinations. Hopefully, the register has an override. Actually, this one doesn't have an override, so it's whatever is in the rules. I'll probably blowing the scope up a little bit there, um, but it just strikes me that maybe I could look at this as simple pricing rules and do another format later or evolve this format. I don't know what I want to do. I need to stop this more. I need to stop worrying about it and just focus on like the problem that we have right now is this problem. Let's do this problem good and let's get well and let's try to get rid of this still duplication. Would be nice. So, um, and the pricing rules. I mean, I don't want to have to change the code to be able to change this later. Okay, it's instance based now, and so I've got options. I could have I could actually have the constructor take a set of pricing rules of pricing rule, a collection of pricing rule, right? I think I want something like um, I think it's going to look something like this. No, once you extract it in. And this is I think I want to move this. I'm just gonna throw on here that for a second, so I can move it over there. Yeah, I'm running a little off the rails, aren't I? I haven't broken any tests because I'm not using this yet. Somebody must still be calling this. Oh, look at that! Look at that! Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Now that's interesting. Okay. Um, so I could start bringing this down here. I'm doing a bad thing, and I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing why it's a bad thing. Oh, oh, right to interface, not implementations. Should have seen that. I'm embarrassed by that. My goodness. you know, I'm just gonna. I do like this. Actually, I want to eventually make that public. I think. Um, oh, yeah. Actually, this is a bad name. This should be. It should be SKU pricing. My bad. Okay. Um, Now I've got this B. Add simple rule. Oh, and I want to kick this out. Let's see. We'll do this as a parameter. It's a SKU, and this is the price. Hopefully that still works. Nice. Now, I'm going to get rid of this so I'm not overshadowing the member. And I think that still works. No, because dude, don't edit. Use the automated refactorings, right? So Command F6. Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. Okay, now if you do it right, then it stays working. This is why you should pick up the automated refactorings. It's just easier. Um, okay, now we got B. So I'm, I'm just gonna, you know what I could do is that. And shouldn't need that. And that should, oh, nope, wrong key. That should still work. Okay, now don't need that. That should still work. And now I don't want these here. All right. I think I should be able to do that. Let's see what that does. Hey, it still works. Okay. And I don't need B everywhere, but I do need B here. Okay. And I also need B here. So this is kind of getting into test design a little bit, right? It's like my setup is taking care of the thing that everybody needs. The one that's a little weird here is we had this guy. And at the point that we created this, we needed that because it helped us triangulate and go from that switch that we had represented by ifs. Actually, it's still a switch, it's different words, into the map, right? So it was useful then. I'm not so sure it's adding any value at this point. Sure don't need that. And so I'm wondering, like, I'm not getting another code path out of this. There's no value in the triangulation at this point. Um, we really now are focused down into over pricing rules and what's going on over there. And we're sort of just, so far as the cart's concerned, or the checkout, um, just kind of delegating a bunch of stuff to that, which is great. I mean, if you think physically how this would work, this is exactly what a checkout would do, right? It would listen to its scanner, and it would get a SKU, and it would do lookups and accumulate things. So this is, it's a good design. It's a logical design in that way. Um, yeah, maybe that's a good spot for today. It feels kind of nice stopping right there, I think. Um, Not bad for, how long did we spend today? Yeah, 40 minutes. It's, my 30 minutes seems to turn into 40 minutes. So hopefully that's good. It looks like whoever was here left. So, uh, yeah, I think I'm going to wind it down there. We'll come back tomorrow and figure out what our next step is. All right. Yep. I think so. Hey, again, my name's Eddie Bush. This is my channel. Thanks for coming by. Um, the next time you pop in, say something in chat. Say hey. Say, dude, why'd you do it like that? Because this would have been better. Say something. Um, if you like what's going on, say, hey, thanks for doing this, right? Or I guess I need to pay attention over on YouTube and see if there's comments going on over there. I haven't checked for a second. So, um, anyway, I'm Eddie Bush for Craftsmanship Counts, and I hope that you found this valuable. Don't forget to follow or subscribe, and if you like the video. All right, take care. Have a wonderful rest of your day.